Okay. We didn't really decide on a name yet.
No, we didn't.
But that's fine. So
that's fine. The pilot doesn't have a name.
Yeah.
No one ever plays this theme song in the pilot episode of a TV show.
That's true. I was watching American Horror Story for the first time ever. I'd never watched it before. I was watching it.
Like you were watching like the first season?
First season.
Okay.
Yeah, and I watched the first episode and I was like, I really hope this isn't what the rest of the show is like. And then it was a pilot and I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, there were good pilots. How many shows have you watched though where the pilot has just none of like the same like feel or theme that the rest of the show does, and it's like you did a terrible job at selling yourself but everyone that watched past the second episode, it's not the same show anyway, so no one cares.
That's true. Okay, well anyway, this is the pilot.
This is the pilot.
It's not gonna look that good yet. Well,
we got the mic though.
We do have the mic. I don't know if you can see it. Hold up so you can see.
No budget.
We're down to earth.
Kitchen floor type.
We're on the kitchen floor, yeah. We don't have a set yet.
Table, yeah.
But
we won't have a set, actually.
Yeah, to be fair, we've talked about not actually having one, so...
Just moving around.
Yeah. This might or might not, depending on how much we put out, actually stay out. We'll see. That's something I've considered.
We might need to consider finding a place where my ass doesn't get as trapped as it does sitting on the floor. But...
Well, I'm sitting on the vent, so my cheeks, they're cool. They're aerated. I like when cars have the bun grillers.
The bun grillers?
Yeah, or you could get AC.
Yeah, you know what?
Those are both great.
I do like the bun griller, but I always find myself, I'd rather have the steering wheel griller, the hand griller.
Really? I've never even seen that.
My mom's car has it, mine doesn't. I don't get the money for that. But, I always turn the bun griller on for like 2 seconds, and then my cheeks are sweating after that. I'm tapped out. I don't need it anymore. But, dude, my car gets so cold. I guess it didn't happen in my Fusion too much, but the Kia, dude, I can't even touch anything, and it's like instant. Freezing? Yeah, it's like my muscles just instantly lock, and it's so nice though to have that keep it warm. Yeah, just warm you up.
Yeah, I never even heard of that. But yeah, honestly, I've been thinking about getting like one of the reflectors for my car
to stop
the heat.
Yeah,
so
I should do that because it's like partially leather.
Yeah,
and it's really. Kyle won one of the Mountain Dew Baja Blast ones.
Oh really?
So he from like the Taco Bell rewards or Mountain Dew rewards, like he just drinks so many of them.
Really?
Yeah, he put the points in or whatever.
Dude, I aspire to be that.
He has a lawn chair too, like just multiple of them.
Really? Yeah. That's crazy.
But so I don't know anything that we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, we don't have a name. Well, we've workshopped some names. We'll come up with something.
Yeah. Maybe we're going to put a cap on it. Episode 4, there'll be a name by then.
By then, for sure.
Maybe we'll do a different name every one, and you guys, the 3 people who aren't our family members that watch this can vote on which one they like the most. And the 3rd person can be the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Right? We just don't take Janie's vote.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So we don't really have any like specific topics or anything. We're just going to run it. Well, we're already 4 minutes in, which is pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to do that 25 more times for it to be a regular.
We just
podcast.
cold opened. Well, if this is a pilot, it doesn't have to be that long. We could do like half an hour. We could wrap it.
We could, but we'll see where the wind takes us.
That's true.
We do have to sell ourselves. I know our hair does a lot for us, and we're kind of there already. I got the polka dot socks on.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
But we'll see. We can see where it takes us.
Yeah, for sure.
He has a bit planned, so that's always good.
I do have a bit planned. It's less like a comedy bit. It's more like I wrote some stuff down. One thing that I was thinking about doing, we might as well just make this about what we want the podcast to be about.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, one of the things that I thought would be interesting would be if we did like watch throughs. So not we watch live, obviously, but we'll watch and then we come in and we could discuss it. But I think it would be cool if we did like random stuff.
We just rip from the people who are like, that's like super popular right now, where like people who started shows like watch their old show, like the people from One Tree Hill are doing that, Smallville and stuff, and it's like we'll do it, but we just have no insights on what actually happened on set.
We pretend we do. Like I remember that that day recording was crazy.
Yeah, they kissed each other actually.
But so that was something that I thought like that we could do.
Cool. You guys can tell us what to watch.
I thought that if we have recommendations, we could watch it. But I feel like our style, and this is something that we've always bonded over, but like our style or the things that we watch would be funny shows to like discuss, because I feel like
we give in-depth analysis on Slugterra.
Exactly. I feel like the stuff that we watch is like very like cult-ish.
Yeah.
Like we don't watch like, well, we do watch mainstream stuff,
but it's just not like the stuff that we joke or talk about.
Like we do like Hatching Pete or like a Disney Channel.
I have a poster of Hatching Pete in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just think stuff like that would be fun to do like random stuff.
We'll probably make some tier lists, you know?
Yeah, that was another thing.
That's we brainstorm. Well, we don't brainstorm, but we bullshit talking about what tier list we can make. The other day we said we should make a tier list of all the soundboard sounds, right? And you know, you got to figure out where the whip crack's gonna be. What was the blinking sound?
Yeah,
that's up there.
That
man.
one is good.
In high school, we just didn't do any of our work, and we ranked every single Ben 10 alien.
Yeah, that took.
And then the teacher threw it away.
That's true. It took us a really long time to do that, actually.
It did. It took us like 2 weeks. We were like in-depth analysis. Like,
maybe one of the first things we watch should be the live-action Ben 10 movie. What's it called? Like
Out of Time.
Yeah, Out of Time. That's a good name.
Race Against Time.
Race Against Time,
That's what it is. Yeah. He turns into humongous over the whole movie only.
And the CGI is like horrible.
Yeah, but dude's got the pro.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I feel like we would watch.
Need it. Yeah, I haven't seen it since the day it premiered on Cartoon Network. So.
Yeah, I remember being so excited for that, and then I saw it and I was like,
yeah.
Dude, you know what I was thinking about? I saw somebody posted this, but they posted like the intro to the first episode of Generator Rex. Dude, that looked so good.
Dude, Generator Rex is insane.
Yeah, this might be like a crazy take. I feel like it looked better, on par at least, if not better, than Invincible.
I think that the style...
Like, I bet you it's very similar.
Yeah.
I reckon it would be done by... It might even be done by the same studio. That's how similar it is. But if I show you the clip that I saw of it, I reckon you'll agree with me.
I think that Generator Rex... Because I'm only commenting because I've seen... Someone posted a clip, like, really recent. Like, I saw it, like, 4 days ago. It was just, like, zero cutting some shit up. But they both have that very, like, one American, like, esque, like... But there's something about Generator Rex that's a little bit fuller.
I just feel like it looks really smooth.
Yeah, it's a little bit fuller. I also think it's a little bit warmer. Like, it's a little bit more... I don't know. It just feels fuller to me. And I love Invincible's art style, and I do like it, but it does feel thin at times. And I can't really describe what I mean by thin or full, other than, like, that's what I mean. But yeah, like, Generator X and Ben 10 both have, like, kind of the same style, where they're...
It's made by the same dude, Man of Action.
Yeah. So I think that they're just a lot hardier, I guess, than Invincible. But I do like all the like different styles.
Yeah, and the crossover episode. I mean.
Yeah. Apparently, so Symbiotic Titan, Ben 10, and Generator Rex were all supposed to like start doing crossover episodes.
Man, Symbiotic Titan that's another heater.
Yeah.
We could definitely do like.
Bro, the fat guy, come on.
We could definitely do like a cartoon tier list.
We should. I'm surprised. Well, we haven't really made a tier list since the Ben 10 one, but we could sit down. We were gonna tier list all of the Day to Remember songs. We started that. We just never finished it. But yeah, if we tier listed cartoons, we'd be here forever.
Yeah.
Because there'd be some we have to rewatch.
Yeah, we could break it up via network though.
That's
like, you could do like Cartoon Network, Disney XD. But then where would Jetix fall into that? Like. Yeah.
Where do you? Okay, so without getting into the meat and bones of it, right? Without really looking at the list of everything. Right, what's your like immediate pick for what you think would end up as being like number one if we did like a Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this can. Well, it started off on.
Well, first of all, let's talk about like what are we gonna rank by? Like, are we talking about like longevity, nostalgia, like?
Dude, I think just greatness.
Greatness. Okay, then what's your like instant go number one?
One that comes to mind immediately is just Samurai Jack.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Samurai Jack is just so good.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Like
Samurai Jack is good, bro. They do the oil scene where they like they make all the enemies robots so they can just make it be as brutal as possible. It's the same thing that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did.
And then they do, but then it switched over to Adult Swim, and that was like crazy. That was such a cool move. And that season, like, oh my god, it's so good. The Scotsman, they both walk across the bridge.
Yeah. I think my, like, go-to, like, without sitting down and thinking about it too much, is, like, we're probably talking Ben 10.
Yeah,
up there.
That is up there.
Codename Kid normally sprinkled in.
Yeah.
But my natural instinct would be Ben 10, or what's the show with the Kung Fu Chickens, bro? It's like Chop Suey something.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking about?
What is it called?
We do this. I do this like every 3 months, where the show gets brought up, and then I can't remember what the name of it is. But the main villain was Wasabi, bro. Come on, you gotta do it. The chicken had an afro, man.
Yeah.
Boondocks is probably up there too.
Boondocks
was on Cartoon Network.
Was it?
Or was it Adult Swim? It was probably Adult Swim.
I think
thought it was on Cartoon Network.
I think it's Adult Swim.
There's also a lot of crossover between the two of those, though.
Yeah, it's on the same block.
Yeah.
I think technically, is Adult Swim technically part of
Cartoon Network? I thought so, but I guess they could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people are going to, like, probably most people, like we said, Samurai Jack, Ben 10, a lot of people are going to say regular show,
That's
Adventure
good.
Time.
Adventure Time's excellent.
It's probably there. I've never watched Adventure Time all the way through. I've never watched regular show all the way through.
Really? Regular show is really... I do really like regular show.
I like from the episodes I've seen, I like both the shows. Adventure Time, maybe not as much.
I feel like...
I think it's good. I'm not saying it's bad at all. I've just never been like, wow, I really need to see what the next episode is.
No, double down. Let's like stir some controversy.
We could stir
I think
some
it
controversy.
sucks. Like, yeah.
No, when we start talking about movies, we'll stir some controversy.
Yeah. No, Adventure Time is good. I feel like a lot of people... I can see what you're saying, because it starts off, it's very like whimsical and like, crazy and over the top. You know what's another one from Cartoon Network that I think is so good?
What?
Over the Garden Wall.
Dude, Over the Garden Wall is so good.
Yeah.
I love that. And the art style is so like weird, you know?
I
it's
love
like
it.
janky. I love it. If we went not by channel and you just went best cartoon you've ever seen, flat out, raw, all channels, what's your instant one? Do we say it on, should we do a count of three, drop it? Do you need a minute to think?
I have to think about it. Well, does that include anime or no?
No, let's not include anime. Because that's like its own whole life.
That's true.
And if we say anime is cartoons, no one's ever going to watch.
That's
We
true.
just lost the whole Asian
That's
market.
true.
You know?
That's true. It's not... It is different.
And it is different. The way that they tell stories and stuff is a lot different. But
then that goes like, does Digimon or like Pokemon count?
I would
or
count.
Like Beyblade.
I would count those because they're sort. I mean, I don't know. Pokemon and Digimon
They
and
were
Beyblade. But they're sort of Americanized. I don't know.
Well, it's dubbed. I don't know.
We could leave it out. Why don't we say we leave it out?
Okay.
Think about Cartoon Network. Think about Nickelodeon. Think about the few cartoons that Disney had. Well, I say few, but like few like great ones. And then just those like American kind of styles, you know. And that's what we're gonna go with.
Okay, like my favorite, or what I think is the best.
What you think would be ranked as number one?
Oh, that's so tough though.
And think about story progression. Think about art style, because there's like a little dark horse one that could be pushed up. It's not going to be what I say, but there is a little dark horse one that it's not dark horse, but I think it would surprise a lot of people that if we really got down to the nitty gritty of it, the general people who I'm going to say what my number one's going to be in a minute, and most people are going to be like, yeah, I think I could probably agree with them, but you could probably make an argument for this other one that I have in my head.
Okay. I got one that's kind of a normie answer, but...
Mine's a normie answer too, but we'll go alright. I'm on three,
okay.
So I'm going to say the number three, and then we're going to say, okay? 1, 2, 3, SpongeBob. Avatar. Okay.
Oh, Avatar's really good.
I'm going to say
Avatar feels like an anime though too. Even though I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive that is actually an American...
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure two witches with it.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but that's what I'm going to say. I get SpongeBob. I get it.
SpongeBob?
Longevity, it's got the ticket.
It
but
does.
I take SpongeBob points off because they kept going after what, Steven wanted.
It's sad. It's sad.
It is, very.
I want to hate on it. I do hate on it. I mean, anytime if on, if my dad puts it on, I'm like, turn it off.
Yeah.
I can't.
But you're talking about those primes, it's got, everyone knows SpongeBob.
Exactly. That's why you just got it.
The one that I think people would be there wild mutt. I pushed Wild Mutt from like bottom of the tier list for Ben 10 Aliens. I got him up to number 44 ranked, or 144 I think actually. But my dark horse is Gravity Falls.
Ooh,
I think a lot of people would argue from storytelling to
You know what
animation.
I thought you were going to say for that?
What?
Courage.
Courage is really good.
Courage is so good. I could talk.
The thing is, I just think that Courage. I agree with you, but I think that more people from like more people would argue that Courage should be up there than people would argue Gravity Falls.
That's
that
true.
aren't Gravity Falls fans. I feel like Gravity Falls is like a very good show. Like,
it's
love
so
the art style. The way that things worked out for them when they weren't even planning it. Like, there's so much stuff that happens in the show that they did interviews at, and then like it's like crazy ass foreshadowing.
Oh yeah.
And the dudes have done interviews being like, we had no idea what we were doing.
this
They were
was all
just
accident.
they were like, yeah, it just worked out.
Yeah.
Like it's just insane how it sort of all came together.
You know that's
and
getting a return, right?
Gravity Falls. I did not know that.
Yeah, same creator, same team.
Okay. I mean, you could put Phineas and Ferb up there too. Man.
I was going to say that.
Phineas
and Ferb is unreasonably good.
I mean,
talk
Phineas and
about
Ferb
like
is-
a good they have an amazing structure to where every episode is the same.
Yeah.
But there's always so much nuance.
Yeah.
Like with different themes or like the different things that they build, like it's always so good, and the humor is like amazing. I love Phineas and Ferb.
I mean, it's great. I love the art style. I mean, you get those when you finally get an episode where Ferb talks. It's like a cathartic release, you know. I mean, everyone's heard the "if I had two nickels," you know, but it'd be strange that it happened twice, bro. That's a Dr. Doofenshmirtz quote, bro. Like everyone knows that. That's Dr. Doofenshmirtz, man.
Yeah.
And Doofenshmirtz in and of itself. You know?
I love
neither one of his parents were there for his birth.
He's my
how you
favorite
beat that?
villain,
You
like of
gotta
all
be.
time.
Gotta be. That show is amazing.
Yeah.
It's easy. Okay, how long is this going to take me? Oh, 3 Phineas and Ferb episodes. Okay,
I
we
knew
can
you
do
were
it.
gonna say that.
You know, it's like we can gauge things by these. You know, no one's going, how long is it going to take me? Oh, a quarter and a half of a Smallville episode. No, bro. That's 15-minute episode. Or is it 15 or is it 22?
It's 20. It's like 20.
It's 20?
Yeah.
But that's small enough, you know, it's already broken down. How many things do you do that don't take 20 minutes, right? And things that take over, 20 is the easy enough number for you to divide in your head. It's like, this will take me 4 1/4 Phineas and Ferb episodes, and I'm ready to go, and that's good enough for me, right? You know, if I sit down and someone's taking 7 8 Phineas and Ferb episodes, okay, maybe we're talking too long now. I really need to analyze, like, what is this going to do for me in the long run?
Yeah.
You know, like my math homework. How many Phineas and Ferb episodes is it taking me to sit down and do my math homework?
Yeah. So inspirational, man.
Very
You just think you go, what would Phineas and Ferb do?
You know? And then, you know, and Ferb really lived his life by, you know, he kind of just went with the flow, man. You know, every day Phineas was telling Ferb what they were doing today. You know, and Ferb said, "And I'm there. Give me a wrench."
Yeah.
You know, he said, "The tool that looks like my shape, my head. I'm gonna be the master of that." You know, we got Buford.
Yeah,
you know?
Buford.
We got Baljeet. We got the whole gang.
Yeah.
You know, now Isabella has her moments on the downside, but they sort of, you know, bring her around.
I like Isabella. What's the one
They did
guy?
have a little dark, like they had a little Meep action. Not my favorite.
Really?
I'm not huge on the.
You don't like the episode Meepless in Seattle?
I do like.
Dude, come on.
I do like Meep. I'm just saying in my head, Meep was on the show for way longer than he needed to be, but realistically, it was probably like 3 episodes.
Yeah, I think it's 3 or 4 episodes.
But in my head, I was like, dude, we're doing the mustache. This is really what we're doing?
They're like, how do we know when we're in Seattle? Immediately gray skies, pouring rain, like sad music. I was like, so good.
Yeah, it is good when they play up or they popularize the phrase tri-state area. Come on.
That's true. Yeah. Those are good.
The songs are really good on that show too.
Yeah, because it's Bowling for Soup.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is insane, but dude, they probably made a lot of money on that.
I'm sure they do.
Bro, the mouse is paying your bills, man.
The mouse. Yeah, Mickey.
Yeah. Kick Patowski.
Kick Patowski. That's a good one.
What's one of your favorite, like, lesser known, got canceled too early cartoons? Firestarter?
Fire Breather?
Fire Breather.
Well, that's good. I think that was just a one episode.
I'm gonna say Randy Cunningham, Ninth Grade.
That's a good one. Can I say one that's not a cartoon, just so more people know about it? Bro. Tower Prep.
Yeah.
Tower Prep is so good.
Yeah.
If you can find it, watch it. It's really tough to find, but I think it was aired on like Disney XD, but it's like a Canadian show, so I don't even know if it aired in the States. But if you could find it, you should definitely watch it. It's pretty short. Like I think it's only maybe like 10 episodes, maybe.
They only had one season.
It got cut off at the like biggest cliffhanger ever, but it was so good. So it was like about a bunch of gifted students, and they all have like superpowers, but they're all like really tame. They're not really like. It's not like one dude can like fly. Like one guy has like enhanced reflexes. It's like all like very minor powers, and the way they use it's very creative. Excellent show. The sport that they play isn't dodgeball. They just play paintball.
Yeah, if you can find it, you should watch it.
Yeah, it's good.
If you haven't seen Randy Cunningham, 9th Grade Ninja, you should watch it. The villain is the Stank.
Yeah.
I think the show only got 2 seasons. It was supposed to go for 4. That's what my guess would be. He's supposed to graduate high school, but. It's really good. The art style is really fun.
Yeah.
Is it made by the same people that made Kick Buttowski? Because it kind of looks like it. No.
I mean, it might be. I don't actually know.
Hey, you know what? To be honest, it has that era of just like Phineas and Ferb era Disney XD kind of art style to it. You should watch. It's very good. It's very creative. A lot of the stuff they do. It's very.
Frozen Ninja. I mean.
It's very teenager, but it's good.
Doesn't he have like a scarf? Is that how he like changes his suit?
Yeah, it's a scarf, and the scarf is like magical. There's a whole ninja suit.
Wish
his main enemy is chained in the sewers, and he releases the stank to infect things. You should watch it.
I wish that I had. You know, I was actually thinking about this because Beetlejuice 2 came out, and I just watched it, and I look. When you see those thick black and white stripes, you're like, that is Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I wish I had something like that.
Yeah, like
a pattern,
like when you see
or like
that,
a color.
Trevor.
Yeah. I wish that I had that.
Yeah. That's kind of like if you see pajama pants out in public. There's 2 socks that don't match. That's what I got. But what else?
Business attire.
Yeah, business very casual is what I like to keep.
Yeah. Well, actually, speaking of Dr. Doofenshmirtz, who is my favorite villain. This kind of like segues into what I wanted, or like one of the things I want to talk about. I wanted to issue you like $1 million butt.
Okay.
This one though is you get $20 million. Okay. But when you take this, you become contracted to become a supervillain. So you have to do like crazy like crime and everything like that.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't do it? No, what if I said like you could do like low level crime, like how Dr. Doofenshmirtz does? Like someone
he just makes stuff, but it never affects anyone's life except for Candace.
Yeah, like it kind of does. Where it's like one time he waited in a line for like a really long time, and it like traumatized him. So now he makes like one line in the city like take really long. Like it's like you could do stuff like that. Like, would you do it?
I probably wouldn't take money to actively make anybody else's life worse. So, I think I'm gonna say no.
Respectfully,
you would do it?
I'm taking the money.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would take the money.
It's definitely harder to be good.
Yeah.
Just in life in general, it's harder to be good. Like
it's harder to maintain some like control over, just constantly. I mean, I guess you don't really think about being good while you're doing it because it's just sort of the natural way
you're
of
like
things.
Conditioned, but yeah.
Yeah, but how? I don't know, man. Because at what point would it just be difficult for you to just like go out of your way to like be a dick and like be terrible?
Yeah,
it'd probably be harder to like reckon with it. I mean, obviously, base animal instinct argument aside.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to be good than to be bad, but that's only that's only true if you're intrinsically a good person and if you're not trying to be a good person.
That's true.
Which a majority of the population, I would argue, is good people. Well, I would argue majority of the population are intrinsically good people, but the other half of them, who are just like, I don't know. I don't think you should have to try to be a good person. Or nowadays it's like, what do I get for like helping my friend? Bro, why does it the benefit to being a good person is that you're a good person,
I feel like because it's hard, it makes being good better. You know, like...
I mean, I get your argument.
For me, the hardest moments in my life have been choosing to forgive people who don't deserve it. Mm-hmm. Like, that's... truly, that's been the hardest thing.
Yeah.
Or, like, finding the strength to, like, let go and to not be petty about, like, certain situations or whatever it might be. That's been the toughest thing for me. And I feel like because it's tough to be good, like, obviously there are situations where it's good, but for me, like, I define being good as, like, actually being good. Like, sometimes I think people mistake being, like...
nice for being good.
Yeah, exactly. Or, like, meager for being good.
Yeah, like, they just think that, like, the baseline is good, and it's like, for me, you're just like a regular person. If you're the baseline, you're neutral. Yeah. You do bad things, you do good things, you get stuff like that. But it's just like, there's a lot of people who just don't go out of their way to do small things for people anymore. Yeah. Which is kind of like a depressing fact of life, you know? It's just like, or who are always like, I don't know. I really hate the okay, well, what's in it for me type situation.
That's true.
Just do something.
A lot of people are
just
like
help
that.
somebody. And I get it, but this whole like you don't owe anyone anything attitude is a really depressing way to live your life, especially revolving your friends and family. Obviously there are exceptions to that. I'm not saying that like you should always do stuff for your friends or your family, but like in general, that's a really depressing way to live life.
You know what my brother actually just said the other day, and I've thought about it like 20 times since. He was like, you shouldn't give something expecting something in return.
Yeah, you should just give it to give it,
like, like, bro,
just do it to do it.
Who told you that?
Yeah. It's like Lucas, man. He gives you the bullet in Galapagos expecting not to get shot in return. He should just give it to you because he doesn't have the gun and someone else could use it.
I guess.
But there's just that's kind of the same point I was getting at. Is just like everything seems so transactional now. And I get sometimes things need to be transactional. Like, I will argue you should never, ever do anything without there being some benefit for your job. Like, you should never just do something to do something.
Yeah.
Right? But it just, in the general way of people and life and like, your friends, like, you should just do stuff to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That being said, though... I want $20 million.
Yeah.
So, catch me like making every Froyo ice cream flavor like out.
It's like that Thanos comic where he just ruins one guy's birthday every year.
Like you can't have cookies and cream ever again. Yeah. Like I'm like dying on like a weird hill like that.
You took a break to eat?
Yeah, we took a little.
I told him to keep hair continuity as best he could, but. We realized during the break that we didn't actually introduce ourselves at all.
No, we did not.
We just
pretty terrible.
We don't have a name. My name is Brendan.
Trevor. Yeah.
There we go.
So
now you know.
That's it.
That's it. That's how we should have started, but here we are.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
If you stuck it out this long, you got the reward. You finally get to know who we are.
Yeah.
At the very base level. You don't know anything. You know what we rank as like our favorite cartoons, but you haven't really known us until right now.
That's true. So it's time to get more intimate, okay? Yeah. So here's what I'm thinking. You hold this for me for a sec. I'm thinking we should, I've got notebooks prepared. I want to write down some of the things that we want to do like as goals for the actual podcast itself. So like
that $20 million you were talking about wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought it would be kind of fun if we wrote down some stuff because it could be kind of cool. Like, let's say flash forward like a couple episodes, we look back in this and we're like, oh, we did or didn't do this.
Yeah. And then we can retire 3 episodes deep.
Exactly.
Thanks for sticking around, folks. We'll see you in 20 years for the reunion.
10 max. Max is 10.
Yeah.
If we do 10...
That's already more work than we put into anything.
That would be crazy.
All right.
I think we could probably just set this down here.
Yeah. So, what do we want? Do we want like a number?
We could do that.
Goals? Like 5 each?
Sure.
Okay. If you want him to show his goals to you, you're gonna want to pause the video because his handwriting, you're not gonna be able to read it.
Yeah, I have pretty bad handwriting, which shouldn't be the case because like I'm an artist. You know what I've been thinking about doing? I've been thinking about getting those little workbooks
where you just
practice. There's like the dotted line.
You could just write in a notebook slowly.
That's true.
And get to do it. My handwriting's changed like 8 times. I changed it in middle school twice, and then.
Really?
Yeah.
You made you're like my handwriting's changing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I didn't used to write.
You know, I always say this. I love your handwriting.
Yeah, most people do say that. I did not used to write in
I didn't know that.
Like that, but I changed it in like 6th grade. I changed it in 7th, and then I changed it in 8th or 9th, and that's how it's been since then.
I already messed up. So you got your 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy, casual. You guys could. Well, we'll probably just cut that part where we were writing it.
Yeah.
Rick, can you cut that out for us? Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Rick.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. What was your first one?
Just have some laughs. You know, we'll have laughs regardless. At least this way they're on record.
That's true.
You know,
That's
we
true.
can record it. You know,
My first one that I wrote down was to get a mic.
We got the mic.
I know. I do like him, but
a real mic would be nice. Maybe one for each of us.
Maybe that might be crazy. Maybe that's lofty.
Yeah, we'll see.
Dude,
Budget's
a sound
low.
guy.
Yeah.
What if my second one was get another mic? That would have been so good.
My second one was just, you know, keep it in some interesting locations. You know, we have a couple of them planned. We got the 1 subscriber special. We got it. So subscribe, and if you're the first subscriber, maybe we'll like put something right here with your name on it.
Yeah.
And we'll just say thanks. You know, but just keep it in some interesting locations. I don't want to do. I mean, I'm sure we'll be on the kitchen floor again, but we do have some stupid ideas.
That actually goes to one of mine, so I'll make my second one the same thing. I said to never get a set.
Yeah.
I think it would be cool if, you know, whenever you like jump into, like at this point everyone has a podcast, which is kind of why I wanted to do one, because I'm like, well, why don't I have one?
And even if it goes nowhere, we're just
exactly
talking. We'd be having this conversation anyway.
Exactly. And so, but I think something that you always see is you always see people have like it's always, like I said earlier, it's just 2 chairs and then like a table in the middle or something.
And you could see the O-ring light in their eyes.
Exactly. It would be cool if we did
Can you see it in ours? I hope not. We try to make it warm.
Yeah. But it would be cool to not have one.
Yeah.
Like just random places every time.
Yeah.
I feel like that breeds.
We've got some random places set up.
That's true.
But we're gonna try. So if you have any ideas, you know, if you want to pay for us to rent a boat, middle of the Atlantic Ocean, we're there. On a raft. I'll do it on the back of a seal. I don't care. As long as it's not harmful to the seal, we're good.
Okay.
It could be harmful to Trevor.
It would be bad. I don't think I would be there.
Oh, I forget. Yeah, he can't even play the water levels on Spelunky. So
yeah, not Spelunky. Banjo-Kazooie.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, I've got a fear
worse.
of water.
Yeah.
It is worse.
Yeah.
It is worse.
All right.
The next one that I said was just to have fun.
Yeah.
But I mean, something you said earlier.
Have some laughs. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, if we're gonna make this, we might as well enjoy. So.
Yeah, mine was just find some fans, give them some work noise. You know, even if it's. I've always been big on if we ever, because we've been bullshitting around with this idea for a little while, but I've always been a big proprietor of I don't really care if 2 people, 20 or 20 million people watch it. If the 2 people that are watching it, even if they're just putting on for some noise in the background, but occasionally they laugh at something stupid, I'm happy with that. You know, we're going to have fun making it regardless.
Yeah.
So if even one other random person has a little bit of fun with it too, then that's more than enough for me.
Exactly. So
board game review, we could do that too.
Oh, that'd be kind of... We play a lot of board games. Yeah. The next one that I said was to maybe eventually get a Patreon. That would be cool.
Is that like the thing?
I've had a lot of...
I know of Patreon only through, hey, if you like the stuff we're bringing to you, please support our Patreon. We read off our mega subscribers at the end of every episode.
Usually for like the Patreon, there's like different tiers. So it's kind of like crowdfunding, but it's more like continually...
Oh, they kind of just like...
They subscribe and then we would give them different things.
Yeah.
So like, for example, like the most common one is like an extended episode.
Oh,
so they get like 30 minutes of extra time.
So stretch goals.
Exactly. It's kind of like that, yeah.
All right.
Because I have some banger ideas that are very lofty.
None of them relate to us having a set though.
That's true. Yeah. One of my ideas.
Maybe we'll get a portable battery powered thing.
I think being unconventional is gonna be our thing.
Yeah.
And I thought, what would be like a cool merch drop for that? Like maybe like we have like random stuff, like just random crap.
Yeah. Bottle cap.
Exactly. A picture of us naked.
I'm gonna be the first subscriber for that one.
Dude, editing me should add a whip crack after I said that. Or
Rick.
like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay. My next one was just pick a name.
Oh yeah, that's also.
We're gonna get a name. So what are we posting this on? Like where are we putting this?
Dude, I don't know yet.
Okay.
It'll go up somewhere, like YouTube probably.
YouTube? How about
the goal would be YouTube, and then eventually like clips on other social media and stuff.
Okay, so we'll start with YouTube. We'll have it up. I said in the beginning of this episode that the first like couple episodes might not have a name. The issue with that becomes, what the fuck do we name the YouTube channel?
Exactly.
Can you change a YouTube channel after?
Maybe.
We'll have to Google that.
We'll have to figure that out.
It
might be one of those things where you can, but it's like you can choose like one time or something like that.
Okay, then we can work with that.
Yeah.
We can put.
I'll Google it right now.
We'll put placeholder name or whatever. I mean, so here's the problem, guys. We have a thing about names.
We do have a thing about names.
Put a lot of effort into coming up with names for things. We have a running joke from high school.
You can change it.
You can?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll just put something stupid to start, and then we'll get a name. But we do have a thing about names. I believe a name determines your success. Okay? So I'm very happy his name's not spelled with 2 E's.
Yeah, that could be bad.
Yeah, and not a B.
Yeah.
Trevor. But we have a running joke from high school. Hey, that was the name of the band I was in. There's a list on both of our phones.
Yeah, we've got quite the long list. I won't show you in detail because you need to pay for that. But these are all band names.
Hey, Patreon. Hey.
Patreon. That's a good call.
We'll name your band.
We'll name your band. It'll be so good.
Yeah.
Sure.
I guess, theoretically, we could just go through one of those and pick it. You know.
Should we rattle off a couple? Or no? Or should we just wait?
We'll give them
like a teaser.
I'll give them a teaser. Impatient chimpanzees.
Impatient chimpanzee. Girl
Courtesy
Department.
of Tommy. That one's a little bit recent.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got a whole bunch of them.
We'll give them this one because we talked about it earlier. Neon Brown.
Yeah, Neon Brown. That's a classic.
Let's get turkey.
Let's talk turkey. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Yeah,
anyway,
we're gonna get sidetracked.
Anyway.
And then but my last one was maybe get a theme song. You know,
dude, a theme song would be so good.
Yeah, even something like minor.
This is something that I've wanted my whole life.
Just something small.
I want someone to compose like a soundtrack for me.
Yeah.
That I can use always. So if any of you guys want
Hans Zimmer, we could probably give him a call.
Then Hans Zimmer, yeah.
I don't know. He could throw something together.
He could.
A little something in E minor.
Yeah.
You know, something.
I'll
crazy.
text him.
Yeah.
It would. I'll fax him.
Yeah. It would be fun to have a theme song. The thing is, for a theme song, we have to have a name to slide up right after it. Yeah. So we're kind of
a title card.
Right here is the horse. The carriage is still in front.
Yeah.
We're kind of wait.
And I don't even know where the saddle is.
You're putting the horse before the carriage. Is that the saying, or is it you're putting the carriage before the horse? Because the thing is, if the phrase is you're putting the horse before the carriage, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Because the horse is supposed to come first, unless it's saying geographically. The carriage is in front of the horse, but okay. I think that some idioms need some work. Okay, stuck between a rock and a hard place. That's a good one. Okay, because who would want to do that? But the horse between a carriage. I got another one. I got a big gripe with is I could care less. I really hate when people say I could care less because you couldn't care less. That's the point.
Yeah.
It's like if this was how little you cared, there's nothing under it. If you say you could care less, well, that means you care at least a minute amount.
There's more. Yeah.
Yeah. X is greater than 0.
Exactly.
and X is the amount that you care.
I wonder if people just do that out of they just don't know.
I got to an argument with someone when I was in middle school about it. I was like, dude, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I can't, and it just really irks me. I mean, there's a lot of sayings like that though, which are just slightly construed because they're just like, someone wants... I want to be the person who said something wrong, but everyone thinks it's right now.
Oh, dude, we should do like a sayings tier list.
We should.
What's your goat saying? Right now.
The goat saying?
Dude, I've got one
like
that I know you're gonna agree with.
Okay, go ahead. You say
it. It could be a saying, but wait, I want to say it at the same time.
I don't know if I'm like kind of.
What's your favorite one?
To just like say.
There's one you always say that you really like.
Out loud?
Yeah. You always say you can't make a mountain.
Oh yeah, I do love that.
That is a good one.
Yeah,
my favorite.
Believe it.
Believe it, not believe it. My favorite is time is of the essence, dude. Whoever came up with that,
Ruby was cooking with
like,
that.
dude, I'm sure they said it. Like, if I said it, I would have had to go on a walk.
Yeah.
Like, I would have had to get up and leave or something.
Well, the thing is, they couldn't, though, because time was of the essence. Yeah. But I do really like you can't make a mountain out of a molehill.
That is a good one.
There's like a anatomically correct saying of that one that's like insane.
Really?
It's like you say like the Latin name for a mole or something. Or it's like something weird like that. Weird. But I do really like you can't make a mountain out of a molehill. I said it to my girlfriend one time and it really pissed her off.
Oh, that you can't make a mountain out of a molehill.
She was like, she was like getting mad about something. I was like, don't make a mountain out of a molehill right now. You know? But that is a good one because it's I like the niche ones that you can kind of work in and everyone just like shakes their head for a second.
That's one of those ones that like everyone knows, but they kind of forget that they know about
and no one said, like, Rock in a Hard Place, like people say that.
Yeah.
You know, like if you watch any like rom-com or something where there's like a love triangle, the dude's always like, yeah, I'm just stuck between a rock and a hard.
Yeah, it's a common.
You know, but he never mentions that the girls are making mountains out of molehills. You know.
It's true.
But was there any other?
Those were.
We gotta get a sign off too. Probably we can't just be like, hey guys, that episode's over.
No, we could.
We could. Is it?
But did you? I don't know. Do you want to say something?
Well, not right now. We didn't prep.
Do you want to?
I mean, we do usually do things off the cuff.
Do you want to do like something like heartfelt or like what?
I mean, we can maybe do something a little.
All right, listen.
And with some positivity.
Listen.
We kiss.
That's in the Patreon.
Yeah,
in the Patreon, we kiss.
Yeah, we do.
And if you get to the highest tier,
all bets are that. So the kissing and the naked picture kind of get pushed together. Yeah.
No, but
it'll be like when Remy ate the cheese and the strawberry at the same time.
This is my heartfelt message. I feel like this is something that I've been going through like a lot in my life, or that has been applying to me. Is like, before you can make peace in the world, you have to first make peace with yourself. So that's my
beautiful. You know what I like? I'm gonna nutshell. I'm gonna take what we talked about in the episode. I'm gonna put it in a nice nutshell. I'm gonna throw it back at you and hope that you're not allergic. So maybe take a couple steps away.
Okay.
But what have we talked about today? Right? We've talked about cartoons.
Kissing each other,
getting naked. Cartoons. All of these things go down to your base urges, right? Getting naked, kissing each other, watching cartoons. These all bring out the deepest feelings in all of us, okay? But it's important to remember, you know. And Jorgen von Strangle said that, is that his name?
Yeah, Jorgen von Strangle.
Yeah, I was right, okay. Jorgen von Strangle said this to Timmy Turner many, many years ago, okay? The benefit to being a good person is being a good person. Always keep that in mind.
That's true. You did say that. It's taken everything in me to not just say, she's strangling on my Jorgen till I von. Anyway.
Rick, cut that.
Yeah.